Hi guys, I am so excited to get to do this Q&A. So let's just get started. So the first question is just to tell a bit about myself. So my name is Maddison and I was born and raised in Arizona. I went to undergrad for computer science at Arizona State. Go Devils. And then I actually went to grad school in San Diego at UC San Diego for computer science as well. And then I now currently reside in Seattle, where I got my full-time job at Hulu. So I am a software engineer at Hulu. And then also I teach indoor cycling at a studio called Burn Cycle. So I get to code by day and I get to teach spin by night, and it is the dream. So next question is my favorite photographer to work with, and it is hands down Jordan Voth. He is the one that has done all of my shoots with Sahara. He is so incredibly talented, just to say the least. And on top of that, he's so creative. He always comes up with great spots, great new ideas, and he's just such a joy to work with. So he was a client first. Him and his girlfriend own this boutique in Seattle, and it's just been such a joy to create a friendship with him. So more of him, I promise. What's the biggest risk I've ever taken? Honestly, I feel like it was starting to teach indoor cycling here up in Seattle. I had actually started teaching when I was in grad school, just kind of as a fun thing to do because I had some free time. And I always told myself, do your big girl job, you're done teaching spin. And I just really missed it. I had the itch to teach again. And so it was a big risk for me to take on yet another job, right? And it was a huge time commitment, a lot of really stressful days. But now I feel like I finally got everything under my belt, and it was one of the best decisions I could have ever made. So huge risk, but it ended up working out really well. So that's a great thing. If I could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Honestly, time zones. I just feel like they are a nuisance and they get in my way. I totally understand the purpose of them, but I feel like it would be so much easier if we could just get rid of them. My favorite Sahara bikini definitely is the Sweet Allure set. I think it is so cute, so unique. I honestly would wear it as an outfit if I could, if anyone would let me into a bar wearing that. But yeah, it's adorable. How has my experience been with Zahara Swim so far? Awesome. First of all, everyone that works there is incredibly sweet. And not to mention the suits are so cute. Being from Arizona and then California, it's important that I have a very good wardrobe of bikinis. And so they always have great styles, great prints. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new collection. So if I could have dinner with 3 people in the world, alive or dead, who would they be? Okay, I had to think a lot about this one, but I feel like first and foremost, Lizzo. She is such an inspiration, and I feel like whenever I'm feeling down on myself, you listen to one Lizzo song and you feel like you can conquer the world. So 100% Lizzo. And then on top of that, if you've never seen the Comedy Central show Broad City, stop what you're doing and watch it right now. But Alana, she is one of the writers and creators, and she also stars in it, and she is just hilarious. I feel like you could not have a bad time with her. So definitely her. And then finally, I grew up watching The Office, and I love it more than anything. So I would love to have dinner with Steve Carell. He is a genius. So those are 100% my 3. My perfect day planned from breakfast to bedtime. Definitely 8 hours of sleep. I feel like that is very important. And then from there, I would make my French press coffee, but then I would get a huge cinnamon roll because cinnamon rolls are very good. From there, I would definitely love to teach indoor cycling. We usually get to team up and do battle rides with our friends, so I would love to get to teach a battle ride. And then from there, in the summer here in Seattle, a lot of people just spend time out on docks and bars and stuff. So there's this place called Westward, which is an oyster bar right on the lake, and it's just beautiful. So I would love to go spend the day there, eating oysters and Aperol Spritz and all the works. And then I would probably end my evening, honestly, watching a movie. So working at Hulu, I obviously love TV, so I would always end my night early watching a movie. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good day. Okay, next question. My favorite all-time memory. I feel like I just created my favorite all-time memory. So I was just in Orlando for a Women in Tech conference where I spoke at, and it was a lot of pressure, and I spent a lot of time prepping for it. And so the day after, I just felt all this release of finally completing it, and I felt like, winning the Super Bowl. I was like, what are you going to do next? And I took myself to Disney World, and I spent the entire day by myself at Disney World, which is low-key one of the most fun fun things you can do. I highly recommend everyone going to a theme park by themselves. So I got to ride whatever rides I wanted. Also, single rider, you get to go and ride so much quicker, and just had the most fun time ever. So that is by far my favorite memory. It was also the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, so I got to eat all these foods all around the world, like $5 bites. It was so much fun. I would 10 out of 10 live that day again. Do I have any goals? Yes, I have a lot of goals. So like I said, I am a software engineer, so I'm a woman in tech, and I've recently been trying to get into more tech presentations and tech speaking. So my goal is to really make a presence in the tech field. I feel like there are not a lot of representation of women in tech, and, being able to be courageous and, exciting in tech. And so I would like to bring some of that energy. My entire life goal right now is to make tech presentations fun. So I'm working on that, one presentation at a time. All right, let's see what else we have. Who do I look up to the most, and what qualities do I like the most about that person? 100% my mom. She is, first of all, one of the most hardworking women I've ever met. She was a statistician for Intel. Like, she's brilliant. She raised us, my sister and I, so well. And she puts her money where her mouth is. I actually just had her up here to help me decorate my place, and she installed a kitchen faucet. She did electrical stuff in my bathroom. She's just a warrior, and she always does everything with a smile on her face. So it's 100% who I look up to. Favorite movie of all time? That is hard. But I feel like it has to be Inglourious Bastards. It is one of the best movies of all time, and also just talk about an all-star cast. If you have not seen it, watch it. The best thing I own and why? Well, actually, you are looking at it. I actually just bought my first condo in Seattle, and it was very exciting to do it, and I am now decorating it right now, and it is 100% the best thing I own. The most adult thing I've done so far. So yeah, I'm 25. And so yeah, it was my first home, and hopefully more to come. So what song am I obsessed with at the moment? So I am a cycling instructor. If you've not done cycling, we love to play really insane remixes, and a lot of crazy music. And so there's this song called Rain Girl. I don't even know who it's by, but it's Rain and then GURL. And I have a ton of remixes of it, but it is such a mood and really fun to spin to. So I highly recommend checking that out if you've not heard it. And then the final thing is, any advice for the Zahara girls? Honestly, I think it's to go for your goals and do what you want. And just because other people aren't doing it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I feel like I ran into that with wanting to be in software, but then also wanting to do spin. And just because you don't see other people doing it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I think it's being confident in your passion and confident in your decisions. So yeah, that one thing that you're like, I don't know if I should do it, just do it. I think it's much better to know that you failed at something than to have never tried it. So that is it. Yeah, it's super exciting. I hope to see you guys later.